Hello everybody, and welcome back to some more Minecraft. Yeah, no, it's been a little bit. Last time last time we were hanging out and doing stuff. We were finishing up the slime farm, and I want to actually, before we get into the meat and potatoes of what we're actually doing today, I want to go through and quickly just show you guys some stuff that I've been doing, because I've been having some fun. So down here in the slime farm, the slime farm's been working pretty good. I need to build a little AFK platform somewhere in here, but you can see that the slime farm's been doing pretty well. I have to do some fixes still, because problems like that still occur, and I know what I need to do. I just need to make more of those. But the other thing that I've gone in and done is I've made... Ooh, that's an important thing to fix right here, because this is something that can actually cause issues if I'm not careful. I've made a little dropper system which sends all of our slime balls and stuff up. There is a teeny bit of loss here, but it does pick up most of the items, and then it'll send it automatically through all of this solid terrain right here up to around about right here, which in the future will link into our collection system up there. It's just right now it currently it just hasn't been made yet, but it pops through all of the stuff that we've gone and ends up right up here for us, which is nice and neat. The other thing that I have taken some time and done is I've actually started working on grinding some materials for our first off, what's going to be our next major build. That being, we're gonna finish the collection's entire structure soon. I'm just putting it out right that we're going to finish that soon. God, I forgot a lot of things apparently. You can tell something that I've been doing over here. The other thing that I've been busy working away on, and it's really nice and fun and neat, is I have been over here working away at grinding up some bones and stuff, for some bone meals so that I can start working my way through. And the additive to that is you may notice there's an entire new shelf up here in the what's it called, in the tree farm, and I've made myself a nice little moss farm. Currently I'm keeping it always running, because it's still kind of running at a slight bit of it's running a bit behind right now still. It hasn't fully built everything up, but you can see that I've gotten all the numbers figured out. I put it all together. This is all my design as well. It's a relatively simplistic thing. The only thing that's not my design actually is the stone generator, just because I suck at figuring out those things. But all the redstone that goes into it, all of the ticking stuff, all of that is all my design. And there's an on-off switch over there that I need to link up to the tree farm basically, which we'll just close off whenever we're, no longer in a need for bone meal basically. The problem is I did a bit of a run with this active last night, trying to see if I could, have this offset the stuff, or the tree farm. And the problem is, oh my god, our tree farms suck bone meal. rapidly. Our tree farm can suck about a full double chest here within, I want to say, about an hour. Which is good because this thing can fill it in about 2 hours. The problem is that's in about 2 hours. So the other problem is this is all that I got relatively in about that time. It is not that much. We need to sit through and, have some stuff. Also, melons. We've got so much melons over here that they're being bone mealed. And we've got enough bones over here as well that they're starting to be bone mealed. But point is we need to actually go through and more, we need to actually go through and just make another moss farm in the near future, which is something that I think I might do tonight in my own time. I want to say something now. I've also gotten much more inspired to play just base vanilla Minecraft recently because the thing that I was doing in my off time, I found out that the mod pack I was playing has some super lag issues moving into its end game, and even in its early mid game, which is about where I had gotten to on the tech stuff. It started to really bog down with tick lag, which is something that's like really hard to solve. And I sat there for about 3-ish hours trying to solve it, to no luck, basically. Anyways, so, now let's actually, go through and do some stuff. Anyways, but, yeah, no, the tick lag started happening, and I kind of lost all, or I've started to lose interest in that mod pack now because of the fact that, like, it's just going to get worse, and things that already take, like, 2 seconds of time, or things that take like 30 seconds are taking about 2 minutes to complete because of the tick lag just being that bad at keeping track of counting. So what are we actually doing today? We are going through, and I am going to chunk load the entirety of the Great Bridge Project. It's been a long time coming, but I have determined that for the better of this... Ooh, this is a slight problem. We're built on the edge of one of these. It's been a long time coming, but I've kind of determined that I'm at the point where I would rather that I, chunk load the entirety of the, I'd rather chunk load the entirety of the, Great Bridge Project rather than, try and make it so that I can walk, or that I can ride back and forth with it. Of course, I'm going to still use what the part of the Great Bridge Project is for, but I think in the long term, it's going to be better if I try to, make it so that I can leave this on at any given time and just, use stuff after, or like use the movement part of this as an after effect of it. So what we're going to do, and it's a relatively easy system, is we're going to go in and I'm going to effectively just build a... I didn't give myself a... I never gave myself a crafting table in here, and I wanted one so that I could turn these into glass panes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, now I should be able to do this. Well, what we're going to do today is I'm going to go through and try and effectively just chunk load the entire thing using these little Ender Pearl chunk loaders. I'm sure many of you know about them. Many of you know what I'm talking about. Like, I don't think they need any special introduction, but yeah, no. I wanted to make sure that we could get these done and dusted and just put together today because, yeah. So for those who don't know how these work, Ender Pearls were very recently changed to be sort of miniature chunk loaders in and of themselves. If it weren't for that change, chunk loading like what I want to do would just not be an option for me. So it is only because of the recent Mojang change to how these work that we're even remotely able to consider this an option. Now, it should be... Oops. Okay. We need a little bit more depth on that. Which is fine. I prepped this thinking that I might need to dig it a little bit more on each of these. This is the first time I've set up these chunk loaders, the Ender Stasis. And I also brought myself just a few buckets of water just in case I needed to do that. There we go. Now it should be as easy as this. Should see that pop up. Perfect. That is sadly a little... It bounces up a little bit. Occasionally. So I don't... Yeah, I don't want to risk putting a lid directly on top of it. What we will do is I will just build this part up, yoink that. And what's great is these don't despawn and nothing can spawn in the bubble columns themselves. So as long as I just close this all off. Alright, cool. That is a singular chunk loaded. Now, one major issue of items that is unique about this, that is, you know, going to be a problem that we're dealing with here as I go. Items... yes, we're playing on the new update as well, the Tiny Takeover. Such a major and important update. I'm so glad that they did that. One of the major problems we're going to run into is that, specifically, we need to put a chunk loader in each chunk. We can't just let lazy loading carry, you know, and half the amount of chunk loaders we need. Main reason being is because, well, items don't move in lazy chunks. I wish they did, because it would make this a whole heck of a lot easier. But they don't. So what we get to do is we get to sit here and build one every single frickin' chunk. Now, the good news is I did go and pre-prep a bunch of stuff, which, you know, because now I'm actually, you know, playing this world more, I think that will be the more commonplace outcome. Ow. Just with how things are. And we're getting closer and closer to where, like, the factory is going to start coming into play with this, especially if I keep moving at a relatively decent pace for us. Alrighty, and throw. Should be clean. It looks like it is. Remove the torch here. And do that real quick. And boop. There we go. Another chunk loaded. We're gonna do this relatively every single one of these, I think. And I'm gonna need to am I gonna need to dip into stuff so that I can finish off some of these because of that? That's annoying. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have to. But if I need to, I guess I will. It's alright. Now, I figured that once we get this all done, though, things will be very nice and neat and clean for us. And what I can do is basically items that I know are free to just, you know, go get sorted if I get this done and whatnot. I can just leave this on, basically. Or leave those ones on, and they will permanently go and get sorted. I think what I'll end up doing, though, is I think pumpkins and melons, alongside bones, are going to stay in storage unless I want to send them back. Main reason being is, first off, well, bones we don't have set up yet. So bones need, bones need to get added to the collection before I can do that. There we go, and yoink yoink. Boop-a-doop. And then doop-doop. There we go. But yeah, once I get bones added to the collection, we will definitely, you know, start pulling them out of there more often. The thing is just right now, as stands, also I probably want to use this. Oh my god. There we go. There we go. Quickly jump out. Yoink. Yoink, yoink, yoink. And boink. And doink. And doink. Doink. Awesome. Okay. And now I get to go yoink. Sick. Pull this up. And do. Doop. And get rid of you. Yeah, there we go. These will basically be permanently here. I didn't consider making the ones that can be turned off, but those are very, very, very expensive to do. And honestly, while they are, you know, cool, I did not want to sit around and do set up a portal chunk loader array, especially with, you know, the possibilities that it messes up my nether hub and whatnot. Like, it didn't seem like exactly. Oh my god, that is a zombie horse. Oh my god. Guys, can you leave me alone, please? Like, I appreciate it, but please leave me alone. I don't want to deal with you guys right now. Yeah. Anyways, and what we will do in this instance, by the way, is pretty simple. Boop boop. Like, I came into today with a plan of action for us. I'm ready. Okay, I'm gonna start drowning here in a second. Don't do that. And then what I would like to do is go boop boop. Grab that. Hey. You quit that. I do not want anything to come through and steal my ender pearl from me. The less ender pearls I need to use, the better. And this one is great. Pop this in here. Pop this in here. We want to go boop boop. And boop boop. And yank this out real quick. And yoink all of those. Bye-bye. And there we go. Okay. I should probably remove those for the time being. And boom. There we go. Then we'll skip that one, put it here instead. And perfect. And then I do need to go quickly yank that glass out. Give me that. Gotta love how fun this is being with all of the frickin' things. Okay, we want this. That goes there. And then I can take these out. Boom. Perfect. But yeah, no, I'm gonna start playing this world offline, a fair bit, or not offline, off stream a bit more. I've been really in the, I know that kinda it's been my thing with this series that I try to stay, keeping most things on stream, but like, there is also just a genuine bit of like, I'm enjoying playing some good old vanilla Minecraft. I mean, honestly, the funny thing is I think my current login time on this world right now is, I think this instance has been running for almost 24 hours actually. Yeah, I've been a bit busy with all of the grinding I've been doing over the past couple of days, and it was only a few days ago I decided that I was going to start trying to play this vanilla world a bit more. That was great. So, you know, like, it's not like it's a It's not like it's something that I've just, or it's kind of more just something that I've only like just started the work on. So yeah, I'm like, you'll see way more of it as we go, where things will start to just magically be a fair bit further along, and I won't know how to describe everything. We can use this one, because this one is here. Yep, boink. And there we go. Doink, doink, doink. Doink, doink, doink. But yeah, no, my main thing that I did want to say is I'm probably going to be playing this more off stream because I'm just having fun, you know? And that's the thing. Like, the thing is I've been kind of, I mean, I don't want to say I've been struggling to have fun doing this world, but one of the things that like I've kind of learned as a streamer and as a, YouTuber in an essence, a hobbyist one at that, like I really should record a lot of things. That's like one of the things that I've learned. But the problem is like sometimes I just don't really want to record stuff, and like I'm also in college. I can't record 24/7, like it's why I have streams at very strict and specific times on very strict and specific days. Like, it's why I only get a little bit of time as well. It's because, like, well, if I don't use those times that I'm using, I basically don't get the ability to stream or, record at those times. And it's a thing that I've learned where it's like, because I can't always stream, I end up kind of not wanting to, or like I can't always record or stream, I end up not wanting to like make progress in certain series, and Minecraft has kind of been the one that suffered most because of that. Because, like, I kind of end up just seeing it as like, oh, that's something I should do on stream. Oh, that's something I should have fun and do. But in all honesty, we're at that point now where, like, unless I'm building something, like, cool and interesting and new, like, some of those farms that I have to build are very bland. Like, for instance, the slime farm, like, I'm gonna be honest, I think the slime farm, doing any of the digging on camera was slightly a big mistake for me. Which is funny because that was just last episode that I did that. And it kind of just shows that, like, or it just kind of looks like I'm not doing too much in this world. Like, if I'm not doing, stuff, or if I'm not willing to play more often and, do more stuff like that, on my off time, because that is something I really kind of probably should have done in my off time, just, listening in on, like, some streams and or classes or whatnot. And I did that, like, I have done that. It's not like I haven't, or I dug that entire thing out on camera. I mean, there was plenty of it that I did off camera, digging for, but, like, I kind of think it was just a mistake for me to dig any of it on camera at all, because it just wasn't very interesting content, basically. And nobody really enjoyed it, I guess. Like, my views for those episodes were very low, but I've always said that, like, this series is just me yapping and having fun, kinda. So, like, I don't know, I wasn't too upset with the fact that those views or those streams, like, didn't do well, but, like, I kind of just wish they had, because, like, if they had, it would have been nicer. It would have been cooler for me, but it is what it is, and, I'm not complaining. but like in the future, I'm basically going to try and minimize stuff like that happening on camera, where it's just, you know, some of the ultra grindy stuff that I have to do off and on. Um, it'll just be more stuff such as like the, you know, it'll be more of the simple and easy farm building, and or more of the building of the base, or the villager hall or whatnot, like stuff that is actually kind of neat and interesting and fun for you guys to see, that makes this world, you know, my forever Minecraft world, basically, because it had, I like, the thing is I consider this my forever Minecraft world, and then I kind of like don't actually play that much in it. So I'm like, you know what? I kind of need to, you know, I kind of need to play a bit more in it, I think, is kind of what I've decided. And that's why I'm playing more off stream, is just, you know, I will still go through and tell you guys all the things I've done, you know, whatnot, have some fun explaining that, showcasing that. And when we get to some of the later end projects like post collection, in between update type stuff, like there will be some stuff that I do that is more, you know, just for fun things that don't really need farms. And then, you know, like I'll re-question again, like what should and what shouldn't be on stream, you know, like all of those questions to myself that I have, off and on, will just get re-questioned, and then and only then will I actually start to really worry about whether or not, like, you know, certain things that should be on stream again should be on stream. I mean, that moss farm, like, I was arguing with myself whether or not I should have showcased it to you guys, you know, and left it for a stream episode. But then I was like, you know what? I kind of need to have some fun with some stuff, and I ended up just having a bunch of fun building it. That was unintentional. And next thing I knew, it was built, and I hadn't even, you know, made an episode out. Can I stop doing that? Like, I didn't make it into an episode or anything, and, you know, in some sense, I'm like, that's me being a bad YouTuber, but it's, as Grian likes to put it sometimes, it's him being a good him, I think. So it's me being a good me and having fun, but it's me being a bad YouTuber and, you know, not showcasing something I probably should have. Because, you know, would have been nice to have, you know, showcased that, because I'm sure there's some inefficiencies in my design. I mean, for crying out loud, I saw that happening and I was like, I mean, for crying out loud, that design is, I think, pretty temperamental. Granted, I think moss farms are slightly temperamental anyways. I don't know. This is my first moss farm I've built, as well, the one that I showcased at the start of stream. So it was a bit interesting, you know. Alrighty. Need to not build with those. Give me that. Break that. And doink, doink. Doink, 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 doink. Awesome. I think, yep, I was right. I was like, I think I need to put one back here as well. And, like, what's great is the good part about it is that a fair portion of this is going to be, you know, handled relatively nice and neatly by just, you know, or a fair portion of this would be handled by the fact that we have some, or, you know, redstone stuff works in lazy loaded. The thing is we just happen to have a few things that don't work while lazy loaded, and therefore they, well, or the main goal of this project is to move something that doesn't work while lazy loaded, so it sadly needs to be built. All of these chunk loaders. Okay, come on. Also, I think it's time I finally get rid of that because that's just in our way. Yoink. It's also some stuff that, like, it's also some stuff that I've been kind of thinking about with, like, MDOT recently. Like, when I move into inevitably developing stuff for MDOT, like, I need to learn how to do proper devlogs for it and figure out how to properly record those, because, like, that is something that I do want to have being, you know, made smartly for everybody. And okay, yeah, this works fine. The hoppers run while lazy loaded is quite literally just the I'm like, I should be able to get through that, but never mind. Yeah, the hoppers work while lazy loaded. It is just the it is just our it is just the it's just the items that don't. Okay, so that chunk has been loaded. This one has not been. We will attach it onto this now. And that will be our continuation of this. Give me that. And then, yeah, these sit at around about that level. Yep. Right? Yeah. Right there. I think. Yes. Okay. Sorry. I'm looking at this and I'm like, that doesn't look right. That doesn't look right. It looks fine. It's at the right level. Gonna need to get me some more glass panes in a second. Gonna need to get me some more air in a second as well. The main one that's gonna be annoying to do is the collection. We're gonna chunk load the entire collection, alongside, what will be where the factory goes, which, for those unaware, the plan was with the factory is that the factory goes under the collection, which is also why I'm kind of intending that pretty soon we're going to be building out the entirety of the collection, except for some of the bigger galleries, basically. Like, some of the bigger gallery ones are going to wait just a little bit. Stuff like the copper gallery, like, we'll put the collection area for it in, but what I want to do in particular with, say, like, the with, like, you know, all the decoration for these and whatnot, like, that's the stuff that's gonna be waiting a teeny bit. The other thing that I have realized is, and it's something that I kind of admire now that I think about it in terms of how, like, the mod packs have done things and what I've been conditioned to do, You know, vanilla Minecraft is probably the most, like, vanilla Minecraft takes the most, you know, the most time to achieve some stuff that is, relatively easy within, like, modded. And it makes it feel pretty rewarding and neat and cool. Like, you know, there's some stuff that you can do in modded that, like, are, you know, absolutely, like, very fun, very interesting to do. Like, tech mod packs are wonderful, but, like, pulling all that tech off with basic redstone, that's something most people don't even know how to do, and I'm like, I've kind of started to think about it like I was thinking about that Greg Tech mod pack that I started playing, which is that, you know, if things are going to take a lot of time but be, you know, very fun and interesting for me in the end, like, I kind of want to try and learn it, you know, a bit better. My one complaint with redstone is that it isn't, like, simplistic. But that's also pretty fun and neat and whatnot. And I mean, in comparison to real wiring, it is very simplistic. It's just, you know, like, it's a different beast. It's a different beast, and some people, you know, struggle with that because it is such a different beast. And alrighty, boop, 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 and yoink. Do that real quick for it. Awesome. We're gonna skip this one because this one's the next one that needs it. And just take this all the way down. Ow. Hey. I think my mouse might be running a little low on battery. It's been doing that jumpy move pretty often recently. I mean, it's done that a lot just in stream today. There we go. Get out of here. Alrighty, cool, cool, cool. Yoink, 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 yoink. And do. Yeah, no, we're actually moving at a pretty decent pace for this. I kind of was thinking this was going to take a little bit longer. But it actually is moving decently fast. Whoop-de-doo. Oh, I just realized. Hang on. I kind of had to mess with my mic a little bit earlier today. One of my classes, there was some stuff that I needed to see on that monitor. And, you know, my mic was right in the way, basically. Do 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 do. Yoink and do 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 do. And perfect. Should be all good and clear. Grab this. That goes there. Do, do, do. And this goes right here. Yank those out. Yeah, I also think I overdid it with my supply gathering I did. I definitely think I did a little bit of overkill on that. Awesome. Perfect. Yeah, so what's great about this is I should be able to basically send... I should be able to send anything, you know, Like, what we can do is at the end of this episode is I can try and race an item back over here. Just see if I can't, like, throw an item over there, and then come back and then see it, you know, up here, over here. It would be going through the entire system, and that system is built in such a way that, you know, it keeps all items until the items stop flowing towards it. Which I have considered may be a problem in the future, but, you know, I also think it's a good throttle for us, which is helpful. And yoink. Do do do. Do do do. There we go. Do do do. And do do do. Gotta be precise with the placements. Do do do. I really wish that you could use like one chunk. Or here's the thing. I both am glad that chunk loaders are this controlled, and kind of annoyed that chunk loaders are this controlled and easy to set up, because it is something that I'm like, I've been kind of, for the longest time, I was kind of against chunk loading, but now that I'm seeing like what endgame Minecraft can kind of look like and need, you know, more consistently, I am starting to think like, you know, chunk loading might not be that bad. Just, you know, it's its own beast. It's something that needs to be done only in specific circumstances. Oh, this is a problem. Okay, I can do that and then get me my stuff. Ow. There we go. Was hoping not to have hit that. There we go. That should be good. Okay, and boom. That goes good. Alright. Next one will go right there. It is neat to see these, though. We do still have to come through and decorate this at some point. Like, I have been putting off the decoration of that, but that is something that I do want to do. And as we approach more, like, here's the thing I have told myself, like, once the collection is, you know, done and collecting everything, like, I kind of want to make it a goal that I'm going through and, you know, like, starting to decorate some stuff live on stream, because, like, that's fun, you know, for you guys to watch, and, you know, like, some of you guys can give me feedback and whatnot. Like, it'll be neat, to have people, you know, come and see my decoration streams and whatnot and see how I'm doing it. Because, like, there has been some stuff that I have, like, you know, not done yet just because decorating takes a while. It is the longest and slowest part of the building process within vanilla Minecraft, and even in non-vanilla it is as well. And yoink. And doot. Grab this. Throw that. And yoink. But I have been, when I've been watching some of, like, the Hermits play recently, I have been taking note of how they're doing stuff. Just because, like, I want to learn how to better, you know, I want to learn how to build better, in Minecraft, and also just, you know, in real life. I kind of want to take some of their aspects that they use on some of their builds into my architecture stuff that I've been doing, or, you know, into my degree, you know, and whatnot. Use that maybe a bit here and there. I don't know. It seems like something that it would be of great benefit for me to go and, you know, learn a bit more. So that's what I've been trying to do. Oh my god, I've been yapping for so long that I didn't realize we're 50 minutes into the stream. I looked over at stream and I was like, average view duration 50 minutes on a zero person, you know, stream. Wait a minute, I've been going for 50 minutes? What the frick? Just having that realization of, oh crap, we've been going a lot. Yoink. Yeah. Are you kidding me? I'm over here trying to do this. There we go. Perfect. Damn, alright. Well, I mean, crap. I mean, I was hopeful that I might be able to get to the base today as well, and chunk load the collection. I think what I'll end up doing is in between episodes, I will continue doing my grinding that I have been doing. Basically continuing my gathering of all the items that we need for, you know, finishing up the build of the collection, because that's, you know, as I've said, it's coming up. And then what I'm gonna do is next time I will continue doing this chunk loading, and we'll start working on the chunk loading for the collection and the factory as well. And then when all of that is said and done, that'll be when I probably start building the collection more on stream again. But beyond that as well, like, we're also, it's going to be around that time probably where I start going into the factory. Yeah, like, we've got a lot of stuff that we need to do, and I am interested in it. And, you know, we are moving at a pace. Like, there is decent moves that can be made at decent pace. And I mean, yeah, we're gonna be having fun. I'm pretty excited. I've been, you know, enjoying this a lot recently, again, as I've been saying, you know. I'm excited. And I hope that you guys who do watch these videos are too. Because, like, I don't know. I feel like there is sometimes where, like, this series in particular, like, there's two major types of YouTubers. And it's something I've learned recently watching some of the YouTubers that I watch. There's relationship YouTubers and there's flashy YouTubers. Relationship YouTubers are the people who, you know, basically form just, you know, a fun, cozy relationship with their fan base. They do something that's pretty, you know, common, consistent, like every single time is going to be something along these lines, and you can learn what to expect from those types of YouTubers, whereas flashy YouTubers are always doing something new. They take forever to, you know, do things. They're kind of the slower, but when they come out with their stuff, they come out with it, you know, in your face, burning, you know, it's a major video that always pops off immediately. I have always kind of viewed myself as the prior of those, where I I try to say I guess I am a relationship YouTuber who I try to say, you know, form that comfy cozy relationship with my fans, you know, that I have because like, you know, I'm not the type of person to go all big, all flashy and whatnot. I mean, YouTube rewards the bigger flashy YouTubers because they get views, and that's just how the algorithm and, you know, the psychology behind it works. Like, I mean, it's something that, you know, you spend a lot of big money on, people see it as, whoa, they did something really cool that I could never do because I could never afford that, and then everybody gets like all hyped up watching it because, you know, yippee-ki-yay, they're having fun doing something that everybody wishes they could do, or, you know, like, everybody thinks is neat and interesting and whatnot, and they get a lot of views because it's something flashy, whereas the relationship YouTubers, while, you know, not getting overly large views, they always have a consistent fan base that they can always rely on, basically. And that's kind of something that I've been, you know, that's how I like to view the channel, is one of those where people have come to expect that I'm a variety YouTuber working on, you know, M-Dot stuff and having fun. But like, you know, to those people who do actually value the relationship of me and you guys, you know, the people watching this right now, I do say thank you for actually like consistently making it this far, because like, you guys actually are part of the reason why I'm willing to do stuff like this most of the time. Like, there's been plenty of times where Minecraft, because nobody really watches my Minecraft series, I don't think, and I can check my views on all my things. Like, I do know that this is one of my least viewed series, despite it being one of my favorite games. Like, there is a time and, you know, place where, like, you know, I do actually get to see good views and the question, like, stops existing in my mind. But there is also plenty of times where I'm doing stuff and I'm like, bro, what's the point of me doing a Minecraft episode? Like, I know that people vote for this series, but like, they vote for it and then I don't think many people watch it, in all honesty. Like, it's just kind of, it's one of those series that is just there for some people. And you know, I mean, that's always good. I like being able to be there for people. Like, that is one of the reasons I am an entertainer in life. And, you know, I enjoy talking to everybody, is because, well, I like being there for people. It's why I'm chasing my profession. It's why I'm chasing my hobbies as I do. It's why, you know, like, it's why I YouTube. It's why I work on M-Dot, is I enjoy entertaining and I enjoy being there for people. Like, I have fun with people, which is very funny because I'm very introverted most of the time. Like, I hate talking to people a lot of the time, which is funny because I say, like, oh, you know, it's one of my major goals in life to be able to entertain and, you know, provide solace for people that, you know, need it or whatnot. And that's kind of what I aim to do in with my YouTube videos in general. The other thing is that I have also noticed with this series is, very recently, this series is, I yap, and then when I run out of things to yap about, I start getting all philosophical about things, and or I start, you know, just talking about how much I enjoy, like, certain things within, you know, my career and or my, like, my life opportunities that I get from, you know, having you guys as a fan base. Like, genuinely, I don't think, great time to end that sentence, by the way, me. I don't think that, like, I necessarily have, you know, like, I obviously don't think that I've achieved my end goal with YouTube, and I never think I don't know if I ever will, but what I want to do, at least with what time I get with it, you know, for now and in the future, is that, like, I want to be able to consistently grow and maintain a fan base that, you know, enjoys me for the content I put out, and, you know, can have that sort of, like, you know, weird, you know, vicarious, like, I don't want to say weird. I want to provide that vicarious, like, hey, you know, I'm a weirdo, you can be a weirdo too, you know, type thing. Like, I'm awkward, I'm stupid, I'm a little bit all over the place, I'm spastic, I'm a huge nerd. Like, I tell that to literally everybody I meet, is that, like, that is one of my defining features. I am a huge nerd. I'm a little bit of a klutz sometimes, and, you know, I say some stupid things here and there because, like, you know, it my brain struggles to function sometimes with the words that I'm trying to say. And, you know, that's just how it is. Like, it's okay to be that way in life, you know? Like, everybody can be that way. And that is something people, I think, should be more comfortable with, I guess. I don't know. I just think it's something that, you know, the world could do better at, is, you know, letting people who may not be the most confident of speakers, who may not be the most confident of people, have their, you know, moment to still be something that they feel matters in the world. And that also does stem from my own, you know, life and how I've grown up and what I wish that I want to do, and, you know, all that. Like, there's a lot that I wish I could do with this world. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Alright, we're gonna call it there. We've gotten all of this done. The nice and neat thing is, I'm gonna set a wonderful little, blockade off. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna blockade this spot off, right? I probably don't want to use that. We're gonna blockade this spot off right here, and then I'm gonna go fly over to here. And what should happen is I should be able to see the item has made it all the way over there by itself if I go through the nether right now. Yoink. Hang on. I wanted to go through the nether that way and just hop up top. But if I do this, this way we can confirm that, you know, like, it should be handling, you know, its movements well without us. And that way, you know, I'm not actually doing anything, and it should beat me over there, actually. Now, I will say it might be a different item than the one that I threw out, because I do know that this thing does keep items a little bit weirdly. And the item should be right there. Perfect. Boom. Beat us here and everything. The items are able to move. So that's good. Yeah, no. I'm gonna continue doing the grinding. That I have been. This is the first time I've done this. Oh dear lord, this is weird. Yeah, this is very weird. Hang on, where am I? I'm there. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is not an easy thing to do. But, yeah, no. I'm gonna continue with my grinding and, you know, preparations for the building of the collection. That'll be one of our next major projects. Next time you see me, we will definitely be finishing off the chunk loaders, and we'll be having some fun if I don't get to them myself first. So, you know, with that, everybody, thank you all so much for watching, and thank you all for, you know, just chilling and having fun with me. I always try to have fun on these streams, and I always, you know, try to make it a nice, cozy space. I mean, that's what this entire base is me building a cozy home for myself amongst these high-up mountains of chaos and whatever weirdness is going on, and, you know, I hope you all enjoy it, anyways, is what I'm trying to say. Like I've said, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one, everybody. I just broke that torch. I need that torch. Give me that torch. Like I said, thank you all again for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye. Whoop-dee.